Are we live?
I'm on stage.
Oh, you're on stage. Welcome to the live stream, everyone. So today's going to be more like a casual kind of live stream, not a podcast style. So, today we're just kind of going to be talking about our breeding projects, and just general life stuff. And some of you may notice that I haven't really posted on YouTube for like almost a whole entire month and not much on social media. If we got some time today, we might like talk a little bit about that. But yeah, this is just a casual conversation. And I actually want to know, where is everyone from? So in the chats right now, drop where you're watching from. So how's it going, Mitch? What's new with you?
Oh man, another day in paradise. How's my audio? Feedback.
I don't really hear too much feedback. Your lighting's okay. I can still see your face. What's up, Justin?
Cool. All right. Well, let's deal with it. Yeah, dude, my day's good. Had a great day working with chameleons. Took care of some business earlier today.
Yeah, you still working with a bunch of chameleons right now?
Yeah, over 400, man. Calling me.
How many? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You're kind of breaking up a little bit.
400.
400? Jesus Christ, dude. I thought you were supposed to slow down.
I am.
You are, yeah. Yeah, you were at 800, but now it's 400.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
So, tell me about these carpet chameleons that you hatched recently. I'm actually gonna pull it up here.
Well, I got a clutch from a great pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Love carpets, but I don't really wood them like I do panthers. And I don't know, they had a bunch of eggs, and they didn't look that good, honestly. They were like yellow, turtle, and I gave it a shot. I threw them in the incubator with a parsley mix, and they started moving over a little bit. You see the mold on the egg.
I actually got some panther eggs that are kind of looking like that. They're just like a little bit of yellow. They got like some dirt on them, and I never washed them. They don't look good, but I've had some like yellow eggs actually like hatch before. And dude, these carpet chameleons right here, dude, like they actually look like little panther chameleon eggs. I'm babies. I mean, except for that marking, you could tell by the markings different.
Totally.
Yeah. So, how are you liking these Tamura design enclosures?
Oh, dude, I'm loving them. I'm loving every second of them. It's so nice to have a miniature ecosystem. Yeah, dude, it's been working out great. I haven't had any issues so far. I have pretty much all those cages filled up with neonates. One of those cages actually has the panther chameleon cross giant chameleon hybrid in it. And doing good, man.
Yeah, see, that thing's really beautiful. So someone here is saying that we're echoing. Is it me that's echoing, or is it Mitch over here?
I think it's me. Leave and come back?
Yeah, leave and come back and see if that works.
Okay. My bad, guys.
Yeah, the echoing is brutal. Is it me echoing now, or is it just him? Let's see. How is the echoing now? Is it better? Gosh, see, this is one of the joys about live streaming. You never know. What's up, Misty Rainforest? Yeah, it was definitely him. Okay, cool. So where are you from, Misty Rainforest? So, real quick, guys, in case you guys didn't know, I actually started a Patreon real quick, and I have multiple tiers on here. And honestly, all the tiers, they really do have the same perks to them. You could pledge for like $1 a month, $3 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. Literally, they're all the same. You can like private message me, see some animals that I get before that I even like publish them on any video or anything like that. And you can get your name on the end screen for just as little as $1 a month. And if you guys want to pledge, that'd be really awesome, because I'll say this, YouTube is hard as hell to survive on. Like, I think for me, if I wanted to like pay my mortgage, like by YouTube AdSense, dude, I'd have to get like 500,000 views a month. And dude, that's with how like YouTube is now. It's not like OG YouTube anymore. It's brutal, dude. So yeah, it's really tough. Oh, Mitch is back. Okay. How's the sound from his side now?
Is it good?
That sounds way better.
I can still hear myself.
Well, to me, I don't hear an echo. What do you guys think? What's up, Tyler? I mean, you gotta speak. So,
I gotta speak.
Yeah, you gotta speak so we can see how that thing is.
Does that work better? Hello. Roger.
It sounds good to me.
Okay. It sounds better than a little. What up, Brian?
But yeah, some breeding projects I got going on this year, guys. Let's see. I got some electric blue day gecko babies going right now. That actually, man, dude, I don't know if some of you guys know, but these things have been tough as hell for me to raise. Like, so like the babies are like really tiny, right? For like the first few clutches, I would have them like pass away within like a week. And then I was about to actually release one here in a couple of days to my best friend because they wanted one, but it like just completely like it escaped, dude. I've had a couple of them just escape. You weren't kidding, dude. I remember a while back I was talking to you, Mitch, about like microdwarf geckos, and you were saying you had, what were they? The morning geckos, and those things would just like didn't you guys like smash one in the door?
It was an accident. Yeah. Out room. And we found it like we were in the door. Like the door hit.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly, man. And you know, I got some Cap-S chameleon eggs right now going too. Why is it showing on this screen? Hold on.
Sorry, what was that?
Is it playing the sound from that? I'll turn that down. No, it's not. Yeah, I got some chameleon eggs. This is a son of Onyx. This is Jawbreaker right here.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to be honest, dude. I'm not really feeling that passionate about breeding chameleons anymore.
Why is that?
I don't know. Like, I think it's kind of like the chameleon community in a way. You know, it's just... I don't really like the chameleon community so much anymore, to be honest. It's just something... I don't know. There's something about it. I guess kind of like after like 2021... 2022, it just kind of like ruined it for me. I mean, there's some people I like from the chameleon community, like Lee and his wife Amanda. You know that remember that one time we were talking about this couple that had some Zimbabweans, and you're like, is that the genie? Yeah, this is them right there.
Yeah,
you know, I totally met those guys, dude. And like, dude, they're so kind, dude, and so cool.
I'm sure. My bad.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah, dude,
I see where you're coming from. I actually took a really big step back from the community, just in terms of like, you know, social media and all that, because it was a headache. I didn't realize, but you know, the groups that I was in meant everything to me, and it kind of got to a point where like it was all about posting the best photo and knowing the most, and you know, just like, I don't know. And the thing is, in these groups, there's sometimes just those people that are, you know-it-alls, or think they have it all figured out, or are just mean. And, you know, I'm here doing my best, trying to work with my passion and the animals that I love and share my love with the world. And, you know, there's just some nasty people out there in the community. And that's the unfortunate thing about online. I mean, I think that's with any community, social online community. Everyone are keyboard warriors, and you know, there's not really any backfire to saying whatever you want on the computer.
Yeah, dude. You know, like honestly, I don't even think I'm in any chameleon groups, and maybe Chameleon Culture Club, but that group is totally dead. But you know, it's not even really just like the groups anymore. It's like I'm gonna be honest, the customer service and just the market for it just kind of sucks too. I mean, at least for me, it does. With chameleons, I don't know. It seems like every time I do get a customer for chameleons right now, it's literally like a brand new person, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just I'm just kind of over the customer service that's required for like chameleons, like with the new person. Oh, it hasn't ate for like a week. Oh, it only wants to eat crickets right now. Do I need to take it to an emergency vet? And it's just that really stresses me out, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and dude, guess what? So I did an expo about like 2 months ago, and I remember I was raising a clutch of Nose bays, and I labeled one as a female, and they're like about 4.5, 5 months old, and this one literally looked like a female, no bulge, no color, smaller than the rest. And then like the customer messages me back on Facebook a little bit ago. It's like, can I see a picture of my mom? I was like, yeah, here you go. Sorry about that. I was out on vacation. And like it was all blue. It was all blue. I was like, man, so that's the first time I've actually sold a missex one. But hey, at least selling a female missexed as a male is better than the opposite way around. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you got it. Yep. Yeah, I actually saw that on one of the groups. I don't know which group it was. Just a happy person posting, asking questions about their new female panther chameleon, and right away everyone was like, "That's a male. That's a male. It's blue. It's a male." And I mean, it was crazy. Some of the responses on these groups. It's like, and then people were jumping at, "Oh, it has to be a hybrid because it doesn't look like a nosy bay." And it's like, and these are people that had no experience with hybridization, not a lot of experience with nosy bays. And I'm just like, I'm looking at this thing and I'm seeing pure nosy bay, right? Like, no, and it's yours, so I know it was pure. And I'm just like, where are people pulling this from? Like, oh, that's what I was talking about. These people who like comment and respond like they know everything, but they don't really know anything. And it's like, listen, if you're going to talk about cross locale designer hybrids or whatever, then you got to have a basis for it. I've been doing it for 7 years, mixing different locales together, trying to create the coolest and sexiest panther chameleon I can out there. But like, these people were saying like, oh, the bars look weird on the nosy bay, and I'm like, I have worked with like 200 nosy bays. All the bars tend to be different. Some have very skinny bars, some have big, thick bars. And it's like, that is no way in at all to decipher whether or not a panther chameleon is a mix is by their barring. I mean, maybe like if you have like an ambelobe, right, and the bars are you and black, then hey, maybe that's a Sambava cross or something like that. But it was just frustrating, and I wanted to just respond and get into it, but like I was going to say earlier, it's so much better that I've taken a step back from media and getting into it, because that would actually stress me out on a daily basis. Like people responding, the small arguments here and there, the stupidity that's out there, and it's been a blessing to take a step back, focus on myself, focus on my online presence, like in terms of Instagram, the website, Facebook, and there's not a lot of drama in my life anymore. The only drama that I have is stuff that I create in my own world.
So. In your own world.
Yeah.
I kind of want to touch topic and relate with you that real quick, but before I forget, so in case you guys didn't know, my Cap S line, that actually came from Mitch, and I kind of decided to come with a conscious decision today because I still have 2 males from Onyx, that I held back, and they're actual breeders. They've actually bred for me. I was going to talk to you, Mitch. Would you be interested in an adult Cap S male? Like with you, I wouldn't want money, probably just some kind of trade. We don't have to talk about it on here right now, but here, I'll pull them up on the screen real quick. Let's see. Because like I honestly don't need 2 Cap S males, and I still got Onyx too.
Is that lighting better?
Give me this. Oh yeah, a lot better. But this male right here.
Woo-hoo. Whoa, baby.
He is the father of the clutch of the Cap S eggs I have right now.
Wow, looks amazing, man.
I'm just saying, if you wanted to do a trade, because I wouldn't want money. If it was me and you, I wouldn't want money for this guy when it comes to you. But yeah, I made the conscious decision that I just don't need him anymore. I mean,
So you have brothers from the same clutch?
Yep. The one I was showing you before, this one, Direct Brothers.
Oh, give me that one.
No, this one's mine, dude. It's all the same genetics. Literally,
I understand, but every gene pool, siblings, all have different rows of genetics. So.
Yeah.
No, that other one's amazing, and I would be honored to take on that guy. But I would have to. I mean, Ryan, you're not really helping me with downsizing here.
I'm trying to downsize too. But anyways, if someone really wanted to buy this guy right here, I want 1,000 plus shipping for this one. Yeah, it's a little high, but I mean, this is like, look at this guy. And he's a real breeder, you know. Some Cap-S, they stink at breeding. Didn't you have problems with your Cap-S?
I agree. I probably imported three different wild caught males. And this is the thing. In terms of personality-wise, wild caught or Cap-S tend to be the sweetest ones. And I've also learned over the 10 years of breeding that the sweeter the chameleon is, the less of a chance he will be a good breeder, or the more coddled a chameleon is. Like sometimes I've, gotten a chameleon from a customer, like 3 years later and tried to breed it just because it's my genetics and I loved whatever I was working with, and they won't breed because they're coddled. But yeah, going back to the topic, yeah, Cap-S, I've had the most struggle in terms of, or the most bad luck with having a male or kept back a male that wouldn't breed. And that's why you're the one who kept the Cap-S lines going and I didn't, because I kept one male. You're lucky. It was a good move to keep two, but I kept one male, paired it, and planned to pair it to like 3 or 4 females, and that male ended up not being a breeder.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. Like
it was so annoying hearing my voice talk back to me.
Do you have the sound out of your speakers, like on your lap? That's why this really makes a difference.
I have it in my earpiece.
Oh. I'm not entirely sure. You could try to leave again and come back, and I'll talk to the chat real quick.
It's okay. I'll just stay.
This person real quick, let me answer this. When will I have some more collar lizard eggs available? Let me see. I'm just going to play a stupid video of him while we talk about it. I will have some more collar lizard eggs from links over here. I actually got a clutch of eggs right now cooking, and I have another female that's gravid right now. That's going to be actually laying some more eggs here soon, but my other pairs, I don't think I broodmated them right, and it doesn't seem like they're actually going to breed this year for me, so I'm only going to have most likely 2 clutches of collar lizard eggs this year, and that's it. And these guys only lay clutches of 6 to 8. And I'm going to be honest, guys. So I'm really pushing. I really want these collar lizards to be a lot more popular in the reptile hobby. And, I get quite a bit of new customers that only want the males, and that's fine. The males are prettier. Some females do get nice bluish too, but I'm about to make it where I only sell these guys in pairs. If I have unrelated. So just saying, for future reference, if I don't have unrelated, then I'll sell them singly. But if I do, then it's pairs only.
Just out of curiosity, why are you doing that?
Just because, I just want these guys to be more popular, and there's a lot of people that only want to buy just the male. It's kind of like with chameleons in a way,
Oh, I totally get it. I mean, I'm always left with a ton of females. I'm pretty sure, Brian from Longshot can agree with that. We talk about it quite often. Everyone buys the males, and then we're left with the females. But what I have learned, which I haven't done in many years, was focus harder. Well, the harder I focus on sales, the lineage, the genetics, and what makes that female such a good one, and then market to other breeders, then I have better success selling them. but it's time and energy and a lot of work.
Real quick, this guy, when you said you'll buy him, are you talking about my adult Cap S? I'll respond to you in the chats then. But yeah, dude, honestly, that's kind of like part of the reason why I don't, in a way, want to breed like chameleons so much anymore, dude. The female layover, or leftovers, dude, that's just getting bad, dude. Like, and I just don't want to hold on to them right now. I just don't. Like, I don't have any females. I still have like about, I think 4 male Nose bays are like 5.5 months. It's been way too cold for me to even ship until probably the last few days. So I haven't been trying to promote at all lately. And, I was kind of reading a forum the other day on Facebook, and I remember part of the forum, it was like some ball python forum, how there was way too many on the market and people were having a big debate. And you know how before I was talking about like the recession and shit like that? Like sales not happening. Some guy says like, yeah, sales have slowed down, but like the people who really kind of like complain about the recession not making any sales, like me, are the ones who are not promoting themselves, really. And it kind of, it kind of made me realize, like honestly, I was kind of having like some anxiety lately about not making sales, but I mean, I didn't really have much to sell except for 4 chameleons, but it just kind of made me realize like, hey, you can still make sales if you really push it out there, but I just decided, oh, recession's here. I don't need to do anything. And kind of wish I wasn't like that, but I don't know. It's kind of like a mix, a toss up of both,
Yeah, I understand. And the whole recession thing, I mean, it comes and goes, like in terms of people being interested, people buying, people having money. Tax return season, paychecks on Thursdays. It's just really about reaching out to those customers, because then when they do have that money, they do pull the trigger. And then, of course, giving customers a reason to go with you as opposed to all the other competition that we have. And for me, what I've seen has been working is me showing my passion for these animals and the beauty that I see within them. And I just had the realization, I'd say in the last week I've changed, but prior to that, whoa.
What's up?
Whoa, what just happened?
Yeah, I can still hear you and see you.
Oh, okay. My computer was talking to me. I was, making videos and content to get more followers. And that's exactly what I've kind of been against, is just doing it for the views and the likes for a long time.
I can relate with you on that, and I'll get back.
And I was losing track of why I do this. It's not for the attention. It's not to get as many likes or views as I can. I mean, trust me, it's nice to like have more of a following on Instagram and be able to reach out to more people. But those people that follow you after you make a viral video, those aren't going to be your true customers. You know what I mean? Those true supporters. And yeah, I just realized like, I just need to do more videos about why I created this animal, why it's a form of art for me, why it's special, why it's unique from other people's chameleons. And I don't know, I felt a lot better. I mean, yes, some of those videos aren't getting as many views, but hey, it's my art form. It's what I love. So
yeah, no, I can kind of relate to that, so part of the reason why I stopped like uploading videos like for almost a whole month on YouTube. By the way, I'm uploading again this Sunday, guys. Excuse me.
dude.
Oh, dude, hey, we got Bill Strand in the house. Really, I was gonna actually bring up Bill in part of this. I had a live stream with him, or I was on his live stream the other day. But like,
Thank you, Bill.
you can really post like things. Part of the reason I stopped uploading recently for like about 3 weeks onto YouTube, my mental health was part of it, life things. But, a couple videos flopped immediately in a row. It's because those videos were like, I was strictly posting them for ego boosting. Like I was doing some stupid clickbait title and some stupid snake video that flopped. I actually lost a couple of subscribers off it within the first like 30 minutes it was posted. So like after a couple of days, I just like made it hidden. This turtle paludarium, whatever I built, that video kind of flopped, but now it's starting to steadily climb in views. I guess it was my followers weren't that interested, but on Bill's stream the other night, like him and I were talking about like YouTube and stuff like that and social media growth, and like there's like a couple of different things him and I have like weaknesses and strengths on. Like I'm really good at editing. I love making the videos. Stupid iguana. I have him free roaming.
Still
right
doing now.
That? He's free roaming right now. He was kind of freaking out before the stream, so I let him free roam. But what was I getting? Oh yeah, no, like I'm very confident in my video editing skills. I really get a lot of fun out of it. But like when it comes to YouTube, like every platform has their type of community. It's Instagram. It's easy to respond, and engage with your followers and stuff like that. Messaging system, like YouTube, it's only really the comment system. The only real way that you could truly build a community, I feel like through YouTube, is actually live streaming like this right now, like what we're doing right here. Pull up the comments, engaging with people. That's how you build your community on YouTube, and that's where I really failed. I realized when I was like talking to Bill. And Bill's like the opposite, he was saying he gets like nervous in front of the camera. It's really hard for him because he's going to be going back more onto YouTube because he's realizing video podcasting is becoming a real thing now. That's part of like the new like way we're consuming content. It's really more personable. People just like the video podcasting scene right now. So yeah, Bill's trying to do more of that, and I need to do more live streaming, but yeah, I guess I don't even remember why I brought that up. I'm starting to brain fart.
Well, Bill made the comment about how it is important to gain followers or to grow your followers, but also stay true to your passions and your true audience, your true followers,
your community, dude. And that reminds me, like Bill was saying, like, he kind of brought up a good point. Like, when it comes to Instagram, like, right now he has, like, 26,000 followers, right? And he was saying, like, would it really make that much more of a difference for him to really gain, like, another 50,000? Would it? Would it really for him? And then, like, we were even talking about your super fans, which is your community, your people who always come to watch you and, like, respond on every post or whatever, and, like, he probably got... I don't know, let's say a bunch of them, probably like 30 regularly that come on each platform for just a specific random stream, Does he really need 80 more super fans? He's kind of mentioning that. I mean, I could use more super fans like that, Bill. Just saying. But yeah, I don't know, like social media, it really does like mess with your mental health, honestly, dude. And that's kind of like, I just kind of needed to take like a 5-minute break from it. But now like, I'm slowly kind of getting my head, like, I felt like I was being pushed into a corner. Like, honestly, like, I had some things going on in my life. Like, guys, my car kind of like blew up. The head gasket went to crap. Not really making money. I started getting with money with sales. Like, I was virtually I'm pretty much living paycheck to paycheck. Not much wiggle room to like play around with. And, like another kind of thing, I won't go too much into detail with it. I was trying to catch up with, some girl that used to be like my best friend. We had like a falling out like last June, and I went to go hang out with her, try to like, I don't know, try to make amends, try to get cool again, and it was going like perfectly well. We're like cuddling, talking, it just felt like old times, just bonding, like, and I wasn't trying to hook up. I was just wanting one of my best friends back, right? And we were drinking, and I don't know, it just went completely sour. And I'll admit, I kind of said a couple of things I wish I didn't said to her the next day. I was still super drunk, like saying I regretted her and this was all a mistake, blah, blah. And just, I don't know. It was just kind of things like, it was just like cumulative of things that was like kind of bothering me and not taking care of my physical health and stuff like that, And I know this is like a reptile channel, but it's a live stream. I just need to talk to you, bro. Like, it's like I haven't really reached out to anyone about this kind of stuff because I'm one of those people who really have a hard time opening up, right? I don't know if you're like that, but that's totally how I am. But it's kind of weird. Like right now, when it's like a camera like this, it feels a lot easier just to do it. Maybe it's because I won't see like 80 people like judging me from the comments or pointing and laughing at me. Feel free to though, guys. But no, like my head's starting to get clear now. The sunshine's coming back a little bit. I don't have all the answers to what to do to get my things straight, but first thing I thought to myself is like, hey, if you physically don't feel good, then you're not going to mentally. So that's kind of like the main step I'm doing right now is just like I've been working out for like the last like week and a half now, starting to feel a little bit stronger and stuff. So that's kind of making me feel a little better. So I'm starting to get a little better, sunshine. Been working on the backyard, was it you that I called the other day? It was like, yeah, dude, I'm planning on these like stupid bell peppers, bok choy, salads and stuff. I'm gonna have a garden for my iguanas and all that.
Yeah, you inspired me to work on my backyard.
Yeah, how's that coming along?
It's coming along great, man. I'd say within a week or two, we'll be back to outside keeping. And that's my favorite part of the year. Good old sunshine and those happy chameleons. Can't beat it. So, yeah, it's coming good. And I'm going to work on my garden and actually going to be doing a lot of construction in the backyard. So,
oh, yeah?
I'm looking forward to it. But,
so, I can't tell what side are you going to tap into first? Your feline side get with the garden or your manly side get with the construction? I'm more about my feline side right now.
Yeah, I don't do construction. So in order for me to like get that stuff done, I'm gonna need to make money to hire people and all that. I mean, I am gonna destroy my second koi pond, so that'll be fun. Get a sledgehammer and just slam it out.
Dude, watch, you're gonna send me a picture of like you just like with a fat purple kneecap, and I'm just like, dude, what is wrong with you, bro?
I'm a feline, dude. No, but I was gonna say, what as other than like going to the gym, what do you think has helped you come out of that funk? Because I've definitely been there too.
If you're still here, Bill, kind of talking to you the other night, that was kind of like a little therapy session for me. When like I had that moment of like talking about insecurities with like Patreon and stuff like that, that felt really good. And that was like a way for me to open up because I haven't really talked to really anyone about that, and it's just, I guess, slowly starting to talk to, working in the garden, the sunshine. Okay. Let's say you guys get seasonal depression in, California. Cause like in Washington and the Northwest, dude, it is so hardcore. Cause like, I think until that week ago when I was like, hey, I'm doing the garden, blah, blah, blah. Dude, we haven't seen sunshine for probably 3 months, dude.
I don't know how you guys do it. I just get depressed on one cloudy day. So.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We had cloudy days and there was still light, but it's just, I don't know. It's a real thing here. Sometimes, dude, I think last year I plowed through it. I think it was just because I was so addicted to making like 2 videos a week. I just didn't care. I was like, in my hobbies, for me, I usually get through it is because of hobbies. This was seasonal depression, but this year wasn't that year. Kind of life hit me got to me. But
yeah, it was time to look at things differently and evolve. And sometimes it's not easy to, things don't just always go good and stay perfect. That's not life, So sometimes we come up to that wall and we have a lot of figuring out to do. I've been there.
Yeah. Real quick, Lee from Reddy's Rainforest has a question for you.
Oh, you're talking about that Reptile down there? I hate it. It's it's Reptile. Oh my gosh, my computer. It's the Reptile Mini or the Mini Breeze,
and they started making them with plexiglass fronts. And it's physically impossible to have them in a rack system because, well, unless you have a misting system, and I don't have misting systems here. I hand water everything so that way I can check on everything. It's insane.
Have you ever had a misting system? Don't lie to me.
I have deep traumas with misting systems. When I had a facility in the Bay Area, I sold 1/3 of my company to a good friend of mine, and it was his job to do the misting systems. And as much as I love him, they never got done, or there was always a problem. We decided to take the cheaper route rather than pay all that money for a misting, and had to suffer the consequences. So pretty much ever since then, it's been like 3 or 4 years. No, 3 years. I've been hand watering, and it's brutal. My my next goals here are to go.
Oh, sorry. I was just pulling up Bill's thing. He
No, I
said,
see it.
yeah, one main reason for starting the Reptile Entrepreneur podcast was so you could connect with people trying to make a business or be a content creator. And he needed it too. Like, I remember Bill was telling me before that his live streams for him are like therapy. Yeah. I think he was saying that on the stream that he had on my channel a couple months back. And I'm already starting to feel better about this. But, I'm not going to lie. All these cages right here, all these leaf habitats, and that one over there, I'm all hand misting them now. And then I got a couple other ones, like the electric blue day gecko babies in the other room and the satanic in my room. Even though it's not that much, it is kind of getting annoying, though. I'm not going to lie. All my chameleons, though, are on it, but it's just like
it's an everyday thing. And when you're doing the same thing every single day, it can get boring after a while, and that's why I'm making it a priority to get everything on misting systems, and that's going to hopefully happen in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, dude, no, I can't. Doing the same thing over and over again kind of gets boring too. Like, I totally get that. So like, I'm breeding a lot of different animals this year, like the scorpion tail geckos, electric blues, the capes, the nose bays, green tree pythons, the hognose snakes. Dude, I swear there's like another one or two.
It's a lot of variety, bro.
Oh, and the blue beauty anoles. I'm super excited about that. And, I think some people, like, I made a post about it showing a picture of every sire recently, and I'm sure some people probably looked at it and was like, dude, you need to slow your horse down. And I think this is probably where people are going to get it wrong when I posted all those. They're probably thinking I'm trying to be that dude that has 1 million eggs from each one. Nope. Nope. So really, what the project I'm with all these different projects, dabble, light this, a little bit of that, just so it doesn't feel like I'm always breeding the same thing. And it's just, my collar lizards, those are only seasonal. I'm only going to have like 12 to 16 eggs. That's not much for collar lizards. I've had like 4 clutches at once. That's quite a bit of work. I actually got like a couple clutches of nose bays. I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking about tossing one of them out.
Don't toss it out. That's inhumane. You might as well sell eggs at a show.
I mean, it's not. Dang. Okay. So, guys, real quick. So I know this is more of a casual stream, but I was thinking on the next stream we're gonna probably do more of a podcast style. And like, what do you guys think if we did a podcast like about like actual chameleon eggs? Like the ethics behind it and all that. You got me and Mitch, a couple young dudes who are kind of goofy and all that. But then we're talking about adding the third musketeer, Jonathan Hill, because like he's a brilliant dude. He has really good wisdom. I really like his ideas, even though sometimes I need him to simplify his terms, but he's great to talk to about this kind of stuff with. Let me know. Do you guys want to hear that kind of stuff? Or would you guys like to hear that on a podcast? I think it'd be fun to talk about.
I think it's a good idea. Not for any specific reason, but I think people need to understand more of the science behind it and how these eggs are impacted by this and how the keeper can be mentally
in a negative way impacted by, you know, an egg failing or a hatchling dying. You know, I, you know, I, there's a lot to talk about, and it would just be nice to talk about it in a scientific setting.
Yeah,
Jonathan, where it's not pointing fingers at anyone, but just the ethics behind it.
And I think Jonathan Hill would be the scientific side to really just make it not feel so ding-dong, because the both of us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, John would just be the perfect touch on it, and we should message him, or I'll probably message him later on tonight after this. But yeah, I think that'd be really cool to talk about. You know, like, actually, I'm going to save that for that actual conversation.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let me see. But yeah, dabble it.
Yeah, I'm doing some dibble dabbling.
Right here, we got so one of the comments. Yeah, I have an egg to be born in April. Are you a first timer? Oh my god!
See, I'll let everyone know that I've been breeding chameleons for 10 years and hatching out babies, and I still get anxious, stressed out.
Me too.
Worried about doing the wrong thing or something happening or this or that. And, you know, my hat goes off to people who do it successfully, but it's stressful. And, you know, if you're not someone that worries a lot and just takes things for how they are and hope it lives and does your best, okay, it might work. But for me, I overthink everything. And yeah, you just got to be very careful with hatchling babies, because one small mistake can end it. You know, simple things like putting your misting bottle, the top that goes in, on a dirty counter, and then putting that back in the water, the spray bottle that you spray your babies with, and bacteria forming up in there. You know, after a month, it's going to get your baby sick, and then all that time and energy and love put into it is going to be gone. And I mean, I've been wanting to hop on YouTube and really make some videos. And that's one thing that I really wanted to talk about, is kind of like all of those small things with keeping chameleons that aren't really in the care sheets or the textbooks that I've learned over the last 10 years that don't work. You know, what's been working for me is keeping sterilization at the top priority, because it's simple. I mean, you have baby chameleons that don't have that ability to create an immune system like one would in the wild, because we have them in such a sterile environment. And if you introduce a pathogen that they're not used to or have built up an immunity to, game over. And that has really helped me in terms of doing this more successfully over the years. And there's all these little things that I've learned that people don't really talk about, that I love to share and, you know, make a helpful video. And maybe we can even do a podcast on that or something. Just the small stuff, you know, that go a long way.
Yeah, no, I want to do more casual live streams, and I do want to do more of the podcasting thing. Like, you know, like, so I am definitely planning on doing more time with it. I did make a community post on my YouTube to my followers that I'm only going to be uploading regular long form videos, probably only at least once every 2 weeks until like spring's over, until I get everything cleared up in my head of what's going on with me. But I kind of wanted to talk to you about YouTube, where I think you could actually have some really good success. You know, like
Who, me?
So yeah, you. If you really wanted to hop on, but I'm going to give you kind of some of my pointers I think that you probably would really want to keep in mind. So, like, I remember me and Bill were talking about YouTube on his stream the other night, and he was talking about, you know, Neptune the chameleon, right?
Yes.
She's a big care specialist. So is Bill. And if you really think about it, it's only really her and Bill on YouTube that really does chameleons, like a lot on YouTube. And like, don't get me wrong, you'll see me like, I've done a couple of hatchling videos, I've done a care guide, but like, I'm not a chameleon channel, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, and Bill was talking about, like, you know, some people would only really like the way that can only really resonate with Neptune the chameleon, while some people really resonate with Bill more, you know? and that you could be the third party that could just kind of spice it up a little bit. You could do your cares, you could go more in deep thought, you could go a lot more behind the scenes and breeding, you could do the outdoors and all that. Just saying. But before I end that part, the way we're consuming content so differently nowadays, like, long form content's getting really hard, dude. Views are down for a lot of people, especially in the animal world. So I even heard Barchek say this, the way that content creation is shifting in such a dramatic way, people are doing it more as a business model nowadays. We're not like Snake Discovery or Paul Cafaro or just one of those, or Mr. Beast, just doing it for just getting all the views and really only need to survive off the YouTube AdSense. That kind of thing's changing again. Like with my Instagram being gone, virtually nothing. I make like no sales on that. And basically I have to rely on YouTube now. But what I'm just trying to say is whenever you do feel comfortable starting, don't do it for ego boosting. Maybe every once in a while have fun and make a quick fun vlog, but just think of it as a business model. Start with the simple basics and then move forward and go more behind the scenes of reptile breeding and stuff like that. Just kind of small outline I'm trying to recommend is what I'm saying.
Totally. I think the route that I'm going to take to start is kind of do an intro video of who I am, why I do what I do, and kind of the magic that happens here. And then I was thinking I would do some more kind of like a care sheet, but in YouTube video form, so that any of my customers can just click on that, send a care sheet out, but also they can watch a few series of videos like, oh, hey, you just got your new chameleon. Congratulations. Make sure you got this going, that going. Feel free to hit me up, whatever. Just like a good crash course on just received your first chameleon.
What you said right there is something I really should have done more. What you're kind of saying with crash course is a video series.
Yeah.
You ever seen you ever watched a YouTube video and blah, 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 blah. But if you really want to know how to do this, then so you could not fail on doing that, check out this video right here. Let's say you could even do a simple video series of humidities, or no, what you were saying, what to do when you first get your chameleon or something like that, And that's something I've really failed to do on. Most of my videos, when I do recommend them to go watch another video at the end screen, it's to another build, or maybe sometimes my hatching videos. If you guys ever want to learn how to care for these babies, check out this care guide right here. I kind of have one or two videos like that, but it's not a full on series. And that's if you can keep people watching multiple videos in a row and stay on the platform, then your algorithm really boosts up on YouTube. And that's something I completely failed on.
Have you met my new puppy?
No, I haven't yet.
This is Zira.
She's a
little baby.
Yeah, are you actually planning on breeding those? Yeah, are you actually planning on breeding those? No.
There's a chance.
That's a really big puppy, I gotta say.
Yeah, she's 3.5 months old. But anyways, sorry to interrupt. I like where your head's at, and see, for me, what's been holding me back this whole time, and I think you can relate to it, is the insecurities of not being able to do it good enough, or not make a video that's really going to hit. But this is something that's also held me back with, I used to produce music, and I make songs, or even with a band, I'm a drummer. I do finish songs with them, but we would never release them because I never thought they were good enough. And it's a shame, because now I look back and I'm I don't have anything to show for my creative talent. And it's I've heard from many successful musicians, it's never going to be perfect.
Here, real quick, I'm going to say this. It wasn't good enough. Your music was never good enough. You want to know why?
Why?
Because you never got feedback on it to know if it was. So
That's
automatically it is not good enough. It's like, you know, a lot of people were asking me and Bill the other night about YouTube, and we're like, dude, you can watch as many videos as you want how to do this and that and get stuck in the analysis paralysis kind of stage. But guess what, dude? Unless you start hitting record, you will never know. You will never know what until you start releasing it out there and just putting it out there for the world. You'll never build your real style and never get feedback on how to be better, you know?
So give me some advice here. Obviously, I don't have a lot of time to learn how to edit. Obviously, I could figure it out if I really wanted to. And I've been thinking about hiring this guy who's like a professional filmographer, YouTube video maker. He has like the camera that they use in like Inception, Pirates of the Caribbean, and he's a friend from my high school, and he's really cool. And we have like this whole plan to make these awesome videos, but that's going to be like my life savings,
dude.
And it's like so. This is my goal, though. Like, obviously, I have way too much going on here. Sometimes I don't even have time to like go on a walk or relax or something like that. Because of the needs of animals and trying to make a living out of it. I realized like I can produce a ton of chameleons, and have a product that people would want to buy. But the more chameleons means the more time I have to put into it, the more love. Like, it's not just like, I make an egg and sell the egg, or have a hatchling and sell the hatchling. It takes a lot of time. And that's like time that I could, like, if I were to scale back 50%, then maybe I would have the time to start figuring out how to edit videos or get back into my music. And, right now, all I'm doing is like legitimately. And I don't know where I was going with that.
Basically, I'm gonna tell you this, dude. I think I might have told you this before. But guys, if you're ever in a position where you want to do something new, but you just don't have the time for it, but you really want to do it, the thing is, it's going to take a sacrifice. So you either cut down 50 to 75%, put some time in, take a loss on some income and stuff like that. I mean, I already told you last year was my best year with sales, but the year before that, when I was first debating on doing YouTube, I think I only had like 20K in sales. 20K, like for us, that's not livable at all. But I'm just saying, like, I decided not to breathe so much because I wanted to start learning how to edit and stuff like that. But in a way,
then the other thing, like, again, I could produce all those chameleons, but the market isn't always there. People don't always want chameleons, and I think the most important thing about being an entrepreneur and an adult is figuring out how to get a stable source of income. And that's not always a thing when you're breeding animals. The market, the economy has a lot to do with it. The market could be oversaturated. People could be coming in with way lower prices, and it's frustrating. It could be so stressful putting all this hard work in, working every single day on your business and your animals, and then have too much on your plate and all that. And that's kind of what made me start thinking about the YouTube videos. Like, one, it's something I've always wanted to do. I've wanted to, be more of an impact in the chameleon, reptile, animal world, but also and make cool, fun videos so that people can enjoy.
Hey, someone wants to buy a chameleon off you. Sorry.
Me? Who, me?
Yeah, you, the one talking. Duh. Yeah, go buy one from Chameleon. Go buy a chameleon from Chameleon. But
ChameleonBros.com. Check it out. Thank you. And honestly, like, my dad's been giving me the hardest time about this for the last, because he's like, he's one of my biggest supporters. All he wants to do is see me succeed. And, I've been trying this chameleon breeding thing out for many, 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 many years. And it was only up until like 6 months ago when I had, or no, more like 3 or 4 months ago when I had everything perfect. Like, there was no issues going on with hatching or raising or anything like that. I was doing everything. Oh, I was doing everything perfectly, but yet people didn't always want chameleons. And it finally dawned on me, and I was like, yeah, this is too stressful. Like, I'm going to be a slave to animals all the time, and then it all depends if people want them. And I need to find a more stable source of income. So that's where I got the idea to really hop on YouTube. And, you told me about some of your success stories, and,
I will say that,
it'd just be great.
I'll say this with content creation, I am not making a full-time living, but like with being a content creator, you don't rely on one thing as an income. You will learn that along the ways, and once you do start, I will teach you. Doesn't mean you're going to succeed, but I'm not paying my full-on mortgage with all this stuff, dude. But like, just between Amazon affiliates and YouTube ad revenue last month, I got $500. That's 25% of my mortgage over here in Washington. Is it livable? No, but it did help out, dude. That was good. Now I'm probably, I think I might hit like 330 or 350 this month, but I've been slacking on posting videos and like really pushing myself out there. You do gotta do that, but and things go up and down. And if anything 2020 has taught us, dude, there's no damn thing as a reliable source of income anymore. For me right now, sales aren't reliable for me right now.
Well, owning a commercial property and having all of those spaces leased out and getting income, that is. But again, during 2020, a lot of those tenants, moved out, and then people were losing money on their properties. But that was also, like that's not a common thing to have something like COVID come around and shut down the whole world. It was kind of a freak accident.
Yeah.
Freak show, more so.
But still, a freak show can happen anytime. Maybe your mental health drops like mine did like last month, and now I'm just finally getting it back. Like a whole month of like not getting on your shit. That messes you up, dude. That could really put a detrimental to your income and stuff. I know you had your issues a few months back. You seem to bounce back, at least mentally, pretty well from it. I won't make you tell your stories.
I haven't been happier in my life in the last 7 months, and it's not because I'm making bank with chameleons, because I'm not, but because I made a very hard decision to focus on making sure I was good. Because if I'm not good, then the company's not good. If I'm not good, then I impact my loved ones around me. And for the longest time I had a drinking problem, and I got sober 7 months ago, and it's been life-changing. Like, really, like I wouldn't want it any other way.
I honestly really tell the difference in like when we talk and stuff now, because like guys, so like every time I would talk to Mitch about like doing stuff, he would like get anxiety attacks and just act like a ding dong, dude. Don't get me wrong, he was that lovable ding dong, but he was just like, he was being that little like antsy little brother that was just couldn't get his like, just always had his head on a swivel and just like, calm down, bro. Like,
dude,
I'm right here. I'm with you. We got this. Yeah,
it was out of whack. It was hard for me to get up in the morning. It was hard for me to do anything, and I was self-medicating for that for so many years, and thankfully, since I made this shift in my life, I was able to figure out something that works for me, and I don't have that anxiety anymore. I'll tell you one thing, it's absolutely crippling. And if that's out of whack and you have all these, moving pieces and reptiles to take care of and a business to grow and people to please and customers to respond to, it could be very overwhelming. I mean, all I could say is I'm very grateful where I am today, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And the main thing for me was figuring out why I had that bad anxiety and figuring out a solution for it, because now I'm really able to follow my dreams and my passions and achieve my goals.
Yeah, at least like put a step forward there. I guess your physical health was kind of affecting your anxiety. I guess I don't have the solid answer to what's going on with my anxiety, but it's just like I said, if you don't feel good, then you're not going to mentally feel good either. So you did what you had to do. You had to do what you had to do to start getting better. And yeah, it took some time. I didn't hear from you for 50 days, was it? 50 days? 50 days, but you came back. You were in an awesome mood. I mean, lately, until about a week ago, you didn't really hear much from me for about 30 days or something, but now you're starting to finally hear from me again. We kind of got to do our things to feel better.
Yeah, and I know you could relate. Like, when humans get in that funk, it's nearly impossible to get creative. And a huge part of being an entrepreneur and being a content creator, or even running an awesome Instagram so people can enjoy making videos, posts, and all that, you got to be in a creative, positive headspace. Because if you're moping around, if you're not feeling good about yourself, if you're depressed, where's the energy to go and make something cool and awesome? It's not there. So yeah, I think the moral here is to really get down to the root of why we get in those funks, or why we feel a certain way about ourselves that's bringing us down. And from what I've learned, the more you get to the root of a problem, the more you're able to fix it, the more you're able to then grow and evolve from there. And damn, I've done a lot of growing and healing over the last 7 months, and I learned a lot about myself, and it's been really helpful. Listen, there are still bad days and things that are out of my control that drive me crazy, but I'm able to deal with them better now. And yeah, man, just between you and me, if you ever start, and a huge thing is reaching out to people. Sometimes when I get into those funks, I reclude, and the last thing I want to do is talk to anybody about anything. But what I realize is you never really know where that conversation can go to. You never really know what type of advice someone can, bring to the table. And I think that the more we're open and the more we talk about our problems to loved ones, brothers, friends, whatever it is, family, the more support we get, the less we feel like we're in this alone and, no one understands this or that. And I'm just talking from a mental health perspective.
Yeah, no, for real, dude.
And you never really know. A lot of people out there are going through similar stuff that we're going through. You and I can relate a lot on that stuff. But, sometimes I don't want to talk to you. So, no, I'm kidding.
Sometimes, I'm going to say this real quick, guys. So, on a real side note, this live stream was more of a therapy session for me and Mitch. Mainly me, because I was being selfish. Honestly, that's why it was more of a casual stream. It was just, I just needed to talk to someone, dude, and yeah, it's fun to talk about reptiles and stuff too, but in the reptile scene, I gotta be friends with them too, out of the whole reptile community or friends I made throughout the country, I would say Mitch is the best reptile friend I have, I've stayed with him for God, you're embarrassing me right now. But I've stayed with him from a week before when I came to visit, 4 days at a time, sometimes just a weekend. I've stayed at his place a few times, aside from reptile shows, but we'd hang out, just bro talk, and we just laugh about this stupidest shit, you know. But really, that's why it kind of just brought Mitch on here so I could open up, help me make it easier for me to open up what was going on with me. And I feel a lot better already. And I think Mitch is having therapy here too. I could definitely, yeah, definitely, dude. And you know, like, dude, us people on the internet, even if you're some like famous, like stupid Instagram star or a corny kid on the internet like me on YouTube, like, guys, we're all normal people, dude. We all have, we're all
we
have
might not
like,
all be normal. We're all human.
Yeah, dude, we all have lives outside of reptiles. Try
I
to.
don't.
Try
I
to.
don't. I do it all.
But
But
yeah.
no, you know, yeah, I think just talking about the simple stuff, talking about our experiences or our emotions with stuff, that's also important too. I got like a little floof here. And talking to a brother, that's huge, you know.
Yeah.
Because also, who knows who else this live stream could be helping, you know? Maybe someone watching this might now go and open up about something that's bothering him or her to,
You know,
and
actually, it kind of is. I read this comment earlier, but I don't think I pulled it up. Guys, feel like I'm venting with you guys, reading my mind, because I've recently been thinking about adding more to my collection to breed, and I don't know 100% sure no because of what you guys are explaining.
it's not about more. Okay, I'm the king of this. I am notorious for putting too much on my plate to like fill a void or to prove myself in the world. And I've learned less is more. It's not about having more, you know, it seems like having more might mean more income in the future. Most people don't think about the energy, the time, and the money that goes into that more. And man, I love what I do, but like I'm telling you, I would enjoy it so much more if it wasn't so overwhelming and if it wasn't just like constant wake up, water, feed, take care of stuff like every single day. I mean, you kind of have to do that with chameleons, but
And
like,
lizards, trust me, I got a lot of different
lizards.
species. You know, actually, real quick, that's a lie for me most of the time. I don't feed all my reptiles every day. The only thing I can think of I feed every day is definitely babies.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need it.
Well,
Yeah, the only thing I feed here every day are the hatchlings and the juvies. There is such thing as overfeeding reptiles.
definitely. I can't think of what I've. Yeah, I can only feed babies every day, and
Yeah.
like sometimes if I skip a day, I'm okay with that, dude. You think they eat every day? Hell no.
No. So what are your projects lined up for this summer?
So for the summer, let's see. Let me pull up one of my stupid things. I just want to have pictures at least while I talk about it. It helps me focus. Screen share, derp share. Let's see. Bam.
Oh, I didn't think that was your first for a second.
Oh, yeah, guys. I don't know if you guys knew, but like, so I don't post this stuff on my YouTube because that goes against my message. But right here, I got bit by my green tree python, right? This guy, he's like a sub-adult. I got bit by him because I didn't have tongs that were long enough.
It's probably
And that was its bite.
I'm off.
You know, it got me. It was strong. It hurt, right? But like, look, not that much blood. But this hog-nosed snake that's not even half its size, I'd say about its quarter of its size, bit me, dude. Dude, that thing felt like a straight up razor blade. And I had a lot more blood than this, dude. Like, it didn't hurt in that moment, but you felt that super sharpness. And then, like, a minute after, it just starts stinging like hell. And you're like, damn, dude, that thing really got me.
Hey, did you have a because I know that the rear fang venomous. Did you have a reaction?
I don't think I did, to be honest.
You're lucky.
It was really quick when that happened.
I know people that have had to get hospitalized from hog bites.
You know, I've heard of that too, but they probably just let them chomp on them.
True. They need to chew.
Let's see. Make the spotlight. So, Cap S, from your bloodlines, No Say Bays,
I think I said this one time, but really excited for my nosy line. You know how you told me that female compared to her, and baby was hatching and growing like weeds. And I think out of all three nosy lines I have going right now, that's going to be my favorite.
Oh, hey, hold on, Bill. Before you go, I want to say that thank you again for what you do, man. Like, honestly, I probably wouldn't have done this live stream unless like I talked to you the other night and like realized it was kind of like therapy, dude. Like, even though you don't sit down with me like a teacher, like hovering over my shoulder to tell me what to do and this and that, you're honestly a really good mentor. So I just want to really say that. Thank you for everything you do. You help. I would say you're more the mental coach that I need from time to time. And sometimes that is a lot more powerful than just telling me what to do. It's just talking, I mean, like, yeah, you told me to start a Patreon and you had your followers and my followers harass me to start it, and I did. But yeah, because you mentally told me to do it and just like coached me to do it, I did it. And when we talked about building a community, I just like got to start doing live streams. So thank you again, because you inspired this live stream. All right, you have a good one, Bill. All right, what were we talking about again? Oh, breeding projects. Bam. You were talking about your Nose base. That's really awesome. Okay, for you right now, how are chameleons selling? Like, when it comes to locale, what sells the most for you? Like a Nose base, ambulobes?
Well, it really depends on what I have. Like normally ambulobes sell really quickly. But right now, I don't have any ambulobes still. What I have most are Bavas and hybrids. And for some reason, like I don't know if I'm doing a bad job advertising awesome. Some Bavas are. Yeah, most people are going with hybrids.
Really? That's so weird, dude.
When I had nosy days, it was weird. Like I thought it was like hotcakes, but it was slow.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
And nosy mosquitoes. I have like two, like 5 or 6 nosy mosquitoes, which is extremely rare and sought after locality, and no one's buying them. It's very weird.
That is weird. Sorry, not to cut you off, but since the picture keeps like popping up, this is my breeding pair of green tree pythons. This is the male, this is blue. A lot of people say this is hormonal blue and think it's a female, but it's not. But the one below it is actually a female, and I didn't even pair them up here yet. But look, she has quite a bit of blue too. Sorry, I don't know where my pictures are, or I pull up pictures of them strictly.
No, that's beautiful. I've been
so
by people to hop on that.
I'm honestly not gonna lie. This is the project that terrifies me the most, because keeping babies and getting them to feed is a straight up nightmare, dude. So I just don't know, man. So I did pair them up last year, but honestly, like the eggs, they were good for a few weeks, and then like my friend came over and he was like, "Hey, can I see your eggs?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like, dude, they're pearly white, all this, man. I'm so excited." Open up the igloo incubator. Oh, dude, and it was just rotting, dude. I'm like, dude, how the hell did that happen, man?
I was scared that was going to happen with the giant spiny.
But I'll be honest, it's kind of a good thing that happened that way, in a weird sense, because I was traveling like crazy last year. It just wasn't a good time. I just honestly, it would have been, if I would have had babies, I would have claimed myself as an irresponsible breeder at that time, because I just wouldn't have the time to nitpick and try to feed every single one. It's just, in all honesty, I really wouldn't have been able to.
Totally.
But this year, because I'm slowing down and traveling, because funds are a little tighter and be smarter for me, I'm not going to. Let's see. What else am I doing? Hognose snakes. I'm excited for that, honestly. I do like them a lot, even though they're pretty common. Extreme red albino. Scorpion tail geckos. I got a couple eggs from that. They've been laying an egg a week. Let's see, Blue Beauty and Knowles. I wish I got more footage of them, but just haven't yet. Then Onyx, but yeah, mainly dabbling each one. I'll be honest, this is gonna be my moneymaker. This is gonna be my moneymaker. You know, like they're still pretty spendy, over $1,000 a pop a baby. They breed fast.
Curious to see the market that in here.
You know, they were really expensive about like 3 years ago. They're going for $50K a pair.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think about 2 years ago, they were about $5,000 for a pair. Then about I forget, but you know, they're still gonna hold value for a while, but you know, it's still a breeder's market. They're still in that price range where they're more breeder. It's a breeder's market, and yeah, they're gonna drop price here pretty quickly again. See, maybe in a year they'll probably be like $800, $700. I'm predicting more for a baby, maybe $1,500 for a pair. But here's the thing: if you hop on something earlier than rather later, you get more known for it. And like, I would only have to sell about 3 babies to get my money back, and these guys will start breeding for me by August, and they lay 1 egg a week. You know,
That's great.
My strategy marketing them is YouTube, and I guarantee you there are, because I looked on YouTube. There's only 6 videos, just like what I do with my collar lizards. All my YouTube buyers, really. I plan on doing that with these, but even then, when they start like even drop, let's say 3 years, I don't know when they're going to drop down to $500 a baby. When they start becoming that price, dude, everybody's going to really want these because, dude, they're really cool. Like, they change colors really fast, really cheap to feed, you know, stuff like that. And I like them so far. I really do. A little bit mean. Like, sometimes if, like, you don't go, like, slow towards them, they'll, like, literally charge at you and, like, try to bite you, dude. It's funny.
That's great.
But, yeah. Green Trees, scared of. Ogno's excited for, and the Knowles I'm most excited for. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I think I'm about ready to wrap this up because I think you have to go somewhere around 7. You got to travel and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. You don't care about my projects?
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. No, go tell me about them. I just figured you
No, I know.
Ready to go.
Dude, I'm giving you a hard time. I do need to go. I do need to go soon. But really quickly, I am narrowing down my breeding projects, but making them either than they were last year, just not as much. I started breeding bearded. Well, I've been breeding bearded dragons for quite some time, but I have really exciting projects coming up. Really trying to make my own morph and, you know, my own thing that's different from what everyone else has. Working on Mexican beaded lizards. Hopefully in about 2 months I'll be able to breed them and get some eggs.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those things. Do you still have the croc monitors, dude?
Yeah, I have 3 right now.
Do you actually still plan on working with them, or you're just like, nope, this is too much?
No, it's not too much, but what it comes down to is having the time to work. Like, I don't want an evil croc monitor or one that's scared of me, you know, because that could be very dangerous. So I don't think I'm in the right position right now to keep them because I don't have the time to tame them or work with them. This one female that I have is like so exceptionally beautiful and right at that right size to tame her down. But like, I got to be realistic. As much as I want to and as much fun it would be, I'm just not in the right place to take on that project right now. Let's see. So Panther Chameleon. Oh, I have a pair lined up of Parson Chameleons.
Still got Parson eggs?
Yep, still got Parson eggs. They're in the incubator. Only, you know, a year left till they hatch.
Do you have any Parson Chameleons left that you had recently?
I have 1 left. I just shipped out 2 today.
Hopefully the same thing doesn't happen again, if you know what I mean.
Oh, what? That guy?
You getting scammed. scammed.
I got scammed for $4,000, guys.
Dude, that was such horse crap, dude.
So bullshit. The guy got a Parsons Chameleon and a Nosy Bay, and then 2 weeks later, while I was at the Super Show, I don't even want to get into it because Yeah.
He just got scammed, to keep it short.
I got scammed, lost $4,000, and my really nice nosy bay in a Parsons chameleon. And it was brutal. That really impacted my business. But I guess it is the way it is with online sales. So anyways, just really quickly. So yeah, so Panther chameleons, bifidus, you know, first for bifidus, gonna be breeding those. Parsons chameleons,
carpets.
Mexican I'm not breeding carpets. But
you have carpets, so is what I'm trying to say.
I do.
So
I have babies.
And we guys, you know, carpets aren't readily available that often in the hobby. So right now, if you want captive bred or captive hatch, whatever, captive carpet chameleons, Mitch right
and they're
there.
Beautiful.
And by the way, guys, I have his social media links from Facebook, Instagram, his website in the description down below, so you can check out what he has available. Message him if you're interested in something he has. You know, he'll take care of you. He's a good guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. So I said bearded dragons, even false chameleons. I'm such a sucker for them, and I know they're very similar.
I forgot about beauties, those, dude.
But I love them. Like same thing with the false chameleons. An egg a week. They're easy to keep. They're fun. You know, I don't. Like, I have this. 2 available right now.
You got one of your fans here. David Fins.
Dude, that's the thing. I don't see the comment.
Okay, so sorry, you should have said that. I've been pulling up comments left and right. David Fins, look forward to getting an orange-eyed Parsons from you, Mitch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah,
we were talking today, man.
Yeah, well, he sounds like a good guy. And, dude, I've seen his Parsons in person. It was a few months ago. Man, they're pretty. You know, I was thinking about, like, man, maybe you should, like, talk to Mitch and get a Parsons. I'm like, nope, until you get rid of all those other stupid chameleons first.
Yeah, you are getting one when these eggs hatch.
Yeah, someday, but until my Panthers are gone. But yeah, the Knolls, the whatever kind of Knolls, I'm brain farting. You said you've been getting like an egg a week from them?
Yeah, an egg a week. It's so fun, and they're just so cute and derpy. And I think they are a great pet for kids or a family because they're not aggressive, they're easy to hold, they're easy to keep, and oh god, they're fun. You keep them in a bioactive and have the whole bioactive thing going on, you know, miniature ecosystem. I think that's also a great thing to teach kids. You know, kind of show how the circle of life kind of goes. You know, I just think it's awesome. I think I'm going to be breeding my koi this year.
Dude, they lay millions of eggs, so
maybe I'll breed 1 pair, 2 pairs. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask you about it.
I'll tell you this: you could sell them wholesale easy for like $1 after like about a few weeks.
Really?
Mm-hmm. People will buy them wholesale.
More animals,
dude.
The last thing that I need.
Well, a lot of them will die off too. I mean, $1 million. Why do you think they lay $1 million? But yeah, no, there's a really good market for those, and there's always going to be a market for those because that's more the rich end tier market. Reptile market is nothing compared to koi because, dude, I used to learn about koi a lot because in case you guys didn't know, I know Mitch knows, but in case you guys didn't know, I get my animal side from my dad, dude. My dad used to have his own koi farm, ran his business and all that before the internet, dude. I remember being hired to work his koi farm, watch him sell it, raising babies and all that. Like, dude, my dad would do side jobs and like we would go to like these rich dudes' house with like mansions, right? We would pressure wash their pond, right? Only take maybe like 2, sometimes 4 hours. And bro, we would get paid like $1,000 for like 2 to 4 hours, dude. And this was like years and years ago. And that was like $10,000. Now $1,000 nowadays feels like what the new 100. But
crazy.
Yeah, no, my dad would like, dude, there was this guy I remember like me and my dad would go get lunch, go to some like rich dude's house. My dad would do something to his filters. I think he'd barely get his hands wet. 15 minutes, $200. They just don't care. Those kind of people, they are like probably have those like computer companies or something. So they just don't want to spend the time to clean up their pond. They just want to do their free time hanging out with the kids. So they pay people good work. Yeah, and dude.
I take care of a 3,000 gallon pond. It's a lot.
Dude, it is so much, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited to keep growing out my iguana delicatissima, also known as the lesser Antillian iguana. I didn't realize until I really started doing.
Keep going. I'm listening.
Oh, I didn't realize until I really started doing research how rare they actually are and how much of a blessing it is to be able to work with a species in captivity. And on top of that, it's not just a lizard. I love this. Oh, there he is. Is that your rhino?
No, this is the banana pectinata that I got a while back. Oh, come here.
Very cool.
He's very docile. He doesn't like to really be held, but he will tolerate it. He doesn't. Once he's out of the cage, he does not run away, and he's just chill. He has my trust. I built trust with him, but he still prefers not to be held. If that makes sense.
Hey, to me that looks beautiful.
Yeah,
I wish I could do that with my lesser Antillian iguana.
Yeah, he got some yellows building up on the side of him right now. I won't be able to pick up on the stream though.
No, your room's too green.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I need to get going. But
all right.
I just wanted to say I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really good to connect on a level to an audience that we really haven't done before.
Yeah, it felt good to talk to the audience and just have this like session, this secret therapy session that no one knew that we were gonna have. Yeah, and I think people actually somewhat enjoyed it. But okay, I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna answer a couple more questions before I end the stream. But
that
hey,
sounds great.
Seriously, thanks for coming on. I feel so much better just talking about life. Like, really, I do.
Dude, call me more often.
Yeah. But, all right, man. Have fun tonight.
All right.
Later.
Love you, dude. Have a good one.
You too. Yeah, man. What a great guy. I love Mitch. But, yeah, let's see. A couple more questions before I decide to sign off. This one I see. Am I going to the White Plains Expo? I am going to give you a negative because I honestly don't know where that is. And like I said, stupid iguana. Like I was saying before, guys, I am not traveling as much because I got to be better with funds because, yeah, I did make good money last year with all my sales and stuff. But you know what I did with it? I blew like over $30,000 on new animals, breeders, and let's say equipment costs and traveling. It's not cheap. So yeah, I got to be careful with my safety net money. So I won't be really traveling as much. I think I'll go back to Arlington, Texas in September. I'll do maybe another couple of Reptile Super shows this year because that's a lot cheaper for me. I might do NARBC Schaumburg sometime late next year, but we'll see. Let me see. Any more? Let's see what it... Yeah, dude, I'll have a one electric blue day gecko male available in a couple weeks. But besides that, I think all the other ones are sold. Collared lizards, I'm only selling those in pairs if I have unrelated. So just say if they're not related or if they are related, then I will sell them singly. But if I have unrelated pairs, only pairs I'll be selling at that time. Let me see. Right here. Hold on. How are collar lasers compared to Ackies? I've never owned an Ackie monitor. You know, Ackie monitors are more intelligent. They're probably a lot more active, but they do get quite a bit bigger and they will eat a lot. I've never owned one, but you know, I have friends who breed. But yeah, I have friends that breed them. They eat a lot and stuff. They need a lot more space. I think 6 feet wide, 2 feet deep, and 2 feet tall. My buddy Brad in the comments, he'll probably say something about it. Collar lizards, dude, they're so much fun. You can keep them honestly in a 3 foot wide enclosure, but I swear you keep them in a 4 foot by 2 foot deep, 2 foot tall, like a bearded dragon. They will thrive so much more. You'll get way more out of them. You'll get so much more activity. I'm telling you, they're so much fun. Dang, just jump everywhere. But yeah, they're a lot cheaper. They eat a lot as babies, but I mean, what animal doesn't? 2.2 right here. I'm not sure if you're talking to me about like a certain animal. Just not entirely sure about that. But yeah, I guess one more thing before I close out, or a couple more things. If you guys want to support this channel, please consider being a Patreon member. You could pledge for $1 a month. private message me, get your name on the end screens, a few other things, sneak peeks at stuff like that. It really helps support this channel. And I'm going to talk about how I think when it comes to long form content, where you're really going to see from me this summer. I'm going to be, since I have so many different breeding projects, just dabbling in them, you will see more like me of actually hatchling videos, me struggling, my, maybe you'll see more like breeding type of videos and stuff like that. I'll even share from when I fail and stuff like that. But for spring, you probably won't get that exciting content from me. You'll probably just get more like evergreen style, meaning it'll have value 10 years from now. Let's say I'm going to probably do an electric blue day gecko care guide here soon. I'm going to do a couple of bioactive builds. I'm switching all my dart frogs to leap habitats, so you see that throughout the year. Stupid iguana. You'll see that throughout the year. I got a white tree frog I want to do. And I might do more conversational breeding videos. I thought about there's a video that I want to do called titled Why Most Reptile Breeders Don't Make It After Year 1. And it's kind of true. Like a lot of reptile breeders, like there's 100 new breeders every year, but only 10 of them make it, And I won't really go, I won't do that. That's a whole different conversation. I thought about doing a podcast with Mitch on that or someone else. But just really though, I thought about doing a simple conversational video on that, maybe a podcast and that. Let's see. Brad did respond to the Aki monitor thing. Let's see what he say. Akis are a great intro to monitors. They eat a lot and are active. Maybe when I get a Reptarium one day, I will get one of those, Brad. But in spirits, I will live through you in that. By the way, Brad, it was awesome meeting you at Tinley. I wish we could talk longer, but let's face the facts, dude. Tinley, dude, it's such a packed show that it's just so... It's really hard to, walk around. Dude, this is the show, where it's literally, I think the space between, from one side of the booths to the other side of the booths were only, maybe, 8 feet long, and with Tinley being, the fairy tale land show of reptile shows, it just gets so packed, it's really hard to walk around and stuff like that. So, you can have conversations with people, but after a while, just all the people surrounding you getting bumped and elbowed in while they're walking by kind of ruins the conversation. But yeah. But anyways, Brad, I will definitely be watching more of your videos, and I can't wait to see you again, man. You're a really cool guy. I'm so jealous of the monitor lizards you keep and stuff. I will be getting a tree monitor like we were talking about. I think I'm doing the green tree. I might pick one up at the next big reptile show around here in April. There's captive bred babies, so I might do that. But okay, I'm going to end the stream. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in, even though it was just more like a secret therapy session. Got ya. But it felt good. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, hopping in the chats. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.